The Senate also greenlit a bill to mandate surgical castrations of people convicted of a sex offense against a minor. Senate Bill 371 by Baton Rouge Democratic Senator Regina Barrow would allow courts to sentence convicted sex offenders to be surgically castrated if convicted of an offense against a child under the age of 13. Barrow's bill was tailored today to narrow the scope of applicable crimes. She and supporters have said the hope is the bill will deter would-be sex offenders. All opponents have argued there is little evidence to show deterring effects. The bill now advances to the State House for debate.
Surgical removal of testicles for child rapists. Madagascar Parliament passed this law that's stirring up debate. Well, they are talking about castrating child rapists. But what does that exactly mean? Castration is any action, surgical, chemical or otherwise, by which a male loses use of the testicles. Chemical castration is done via anaphrodisiac drugs to reduce libido and sexual activity, but organs are not removed. While in the surgical castration, the gonads are removed through the incision in the body. The law they passed allows for chemical or even surgical castration of those found guilty of raping minors. If you are convicted of raping a child under 10, surgical castration is on the table. For kids aged 10 to 13, it's either surgical or chemical castration. If the victim is between 14 and 17, then it is chemical castration. The agenda behind this is simple: to put a serious dent in what they call a rape culture. In 2023, 600 cases of rape of minors was recorded and 133 cases were recorded in January alone. But international human rights groups like Amnesty International are slamming the law. Amnesty International labeled the law cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment. Activists argue it doesn't address the real issue, which is protecting victims. So while the law aims to crack down on offenders, critics say it misses the mark. Parliament in the Indian Ocean Island nation of 28 million passed the law on February 2nd. Madagascar isn't the first country to implement such measures. Several countries like Peru, Poland, Russia and South Korea had authorized chemical castration, but surgical castration is rare. Nigeria's Kaduna authorized surgical castration for those convicted of raping children under the age of 14 in 2020. In Germany, surgical castration is authorized for sex offenders.